Hey there guys, so the last time in the anime, we saw that Noel had trapped Albert in his trap by revealing that he's not the biological son of former Gambino head and challenged him for a duel. But just for the sake of former head, the underlings of Gambino family tells Albert he could have someone from their group as a substitute, and he chose Koga for it. Noel was just a supporter class seeker, yet he beats the swordsman with his brains. So at last, the Albert's issue was resolved and Koga was freed from his enslavement to him. So Noel took him and his team to reach his goal of becoming the one who controls the strongest, for which Noel decided to form a clan first. And things went even sweeter when his level up mark appeared. But before we continue, the episode goes back to the past, where the inspector of the Seekers Guild named Harold had visited Noel when he was not a seeker due to his young age. His purpose for the visit was this thing: the same lord that had destroyed Noel's hometown where he lost his grandfather. This particular monster had appeared once again and killed a major clan named Night Rage. Normal monsters are driven by the instinct of invading the human world, but this one is acting a bit differently, more so it could now reach level 13 Valiant. Valiant are a group of 10 monster lords with level 13 rating, and last level 13 they encountered had destroyed 3 nations. But it was defeated by Noel's grandfather and his clan and Blood Sword Federation. But this new lord may pose a new level of danger. It piqued Noel's interest, but Noel had not much info on it. So Harold takes his leave, and back to the present, Noel submitted the request to form clan, but the one who reviewed his request was the same old man Harold. Noel had fulfilled basic requirements to form a clan, no doubt, plus he's moving up to B rank with Alma. But Harold clearly rejected his application on his face. So Harold revealed they are only accepting new clans that fit their new requirements because a huge ton of mana was detected to the west that has reached its critical level. So it could explode anytime. 1 year time is expected. And upon explosion, a gate will open to Otherworld that could lead a level 13 monster here. That's why they are seeking the best seekers of the Empire to take part in this battle, which is also the reason he denied Noel's application, as they don't have time to nurture newcomers. Noel understood and went off. Koga couldn't believe Noel gave up, so Noel clears up he hadn't. Noel plans to climb the ranks in this 1 year of time, to reach in the same level as the top Regalia clans. And just then he heard Zeke killed a level 12 monster, and Noel knew he needs a great story for himself as well. But first he goes for his rank up, and the caster casts a spell. Upon leveling up, Noel chose his new skill strategist. It makes him calculate and predict with pinpoint accuracy in fights. And just outside of there he saw Zeke. And Zeke himself left the girls and came forward to meet Noel. There's 3 EX rank seeker in capital: Leo Eden, Victor Krauser, and Zeke. Zeke knew Noel is the grandson of Overdeath and had destroyed Gambino family. So he gets to point and invited Noel to his clan. But Noel had no intention of becoming someone's servant who doesn't fit his standards of being strong. There's 3 X-rank seekers. Victor is old, which leaves Leo and Zeke. So Noel means that Zeke has to prove himself he's better than Leo. Until then, no jokes. Everyone regards Zeke as a second best, which puts a dent in his pride. But on the other hand, Alma was out there training with her friend Lisha but lost. And just there Ophelia came in to meet Lisha. She's the one who trained Lisha, and Lisha introduced Alma to her. Well, Ophelia is part of a B-rank party, and she warned Alma to stay aware of Danger Seeker since she's new Seeker. She gave prime example of Noel because she heard Noel had sold his party members to slave trader, but Leon stopped her bad-mouthing someone based on rumors. Then at night, Noel obtained information about B-rank seekers from Loki, among whom was Leon's and his party, an exception among B-rank, but haven't formed clan yet. Loki believes he's the best B-rank out there, and Noel decided to consume this gorgeous and pleasant B-rank party. And for that plan to succeed, he takes Koga and Alma to their new regular bar where best B-rank gathers. Just from entering, a big guy tried to mess with Noel, because Seekers only accepts their same rank's person to the bar. But Noel reminds Edgar that he's gonna have a baby soon, so he wonders if it's all right for him to pick a fight. That much threat was enough to make him back off. Just then his target arrived themselves. Ophelia despises Noel, so Alma warned Noel through Link. Yet Noel introduced himself. And naturally, Ophelia got enraged. She brought up his evil deed and tried to attack Noel when he provoked her. but Koga stepped in and told her not to or things would get dirty here. Noelle tells this to Leon about Ophelia, so he apologized on her behalf earnestly, but Noelle went in and said Ophelia is stupid for picking a fight. Well, that's what Noelle's goal was from the start, to start their relationship on bad terms. So Noelle didn't hold back from insulting them non-stop, so if Leon starts a fight, they'll be to blame. Leon knew this and backed off, but being a softie in the Seeker's world is a sin. It's either you eat or get eaten. That's the rule of being a Seeker, and turning back from an enemy is Leon's mistake. As for Harold, he was with his granddaughter and was wondering who would lead the forces to fight Valiant. Marion thinks it's going to be Leo, but Harold puts his money on Noelle. Marion laughs at Harold that he took the name of a bottom feeder, so Harold promised to give her the position of family head if Leo or someone else take the commander's place. But if Harold wins, he asked Marion to take etiquette classes, and at the same time, Kym recalls his days back with Leo. They were childhood friends, and Kym had always protected him from bullies. And it was Kym who took Leon on the path of becoming a Seeker in the thoughts of becoming the best Seekers and doing good deeds with their power. Kym had simply wished to become somebody. And one time he had asked Leon to use his attack while he was holding back the monster. Kym was in the way, yet he tells Leon to just cast it because he'll get out of the way the moment he attacks. That's the level of trust they had, and they took down the level 7 Agiter monster together. And now the letter from the guild had arrived saying that they are eligible of making their own clan. So Leon decided to form it, but Harold rejected it. Kym believes they are good enough because they defeated Agiter. So Harold asks why they didn't submit their requests back then. Frankly, their overly cautious habits make them lacking. And another thing is that he has never sent the eligibility letter. But even so, Leon begged for a chance, and Harold agrees. He had planned a test of defeating the cursed Idontaelion. It's a level 8 monster, and there's one party they'll have to compete against in this test. So whichever party completes the task shall form their clan, and it's obviously Noelle whom they'll compete with. The rules were simple. They have to beat this level 8 mind-reading monster, and in the past who failed have been tortured to death by the monster, but there will be no killing among each other in the test. So Noelle raised his concern because Ophelia had attempted to hurt him in that bar. That's why Noelle proposed an additional rule that both parties must arrive for the test in tip-top condition to avoid cheating. Harold had no problem accepting, but then he said the losing party will be disbanded because it's a special one-time test for only them. Both parties signed their consent, so the test day was decided in 3 days of time. So after 3 days, the time has come, but Noelle and his party just sat down to have lunch. Leon can't understand his motives, but Kym told him to concentrate, so they left. Their party entered the abyss area where many lower-class Idontaelion were approaching. But first, Vaslav revealed before the exam Noelle had approached him and asked him to betray his party on the test. So naturally he rejected his offer. But Noelle had approached Kym and Ophelia as well, leaving only Leon out of it. But all 3 of them were loyal and didn't even consider anything out of it. So after clearing the air, they were ready for the fight. And meanwhile, Harold recalls his chat with Noelle. He knew Noelle was behind that fake eligibility letter, but he ignored it and asked Noelle whether he could win. He was certain he could, as Noelle had judged that Leon is exceptional because he's strong and a quick decision maker with a unique skill. But his values to achieve victory through the right way are his weakness. That's why Noelle had planted the seed of doubt in their party to make Leon betray his own party. Quite a big mind game Noelle planned by approaching Kym and others. He had told Kym that he'll set him free from Leo's shadow, but Kym remained loyal to the end and to break him. Noelle said if he won't betray Leon, Leon will betray him first. Their party was doing great against Idontaelions until the big boss Idontaelion showed up. Leo used his special skills, but Idontaelion could read their minds and fully corner them all. Ophelia lost her arm in that attack, so they retreated first as Leon used the skill to buy some time, giving Noelle the signal to make a move now, and Valvac healed Ophelia in time. But their Kym thought of becoming bait to draw in Idontaelion so that Leon could use his Seraphim Blade skill. It has a wide area effect, so Kym could get injured. But Kym reminds Leon of their battle with Agiter. They used the same trick back then. But Leon knew he can't use that skill here, because that chimpanzee will know the moment he sees Kym that he's a bait. So Leon, as a leader, decided to seek assistance from Noelle. Even if it meant failing the exam and having their party disbanded, he was considering a way to save everyone's life. but Noel had said to the three that Leon will betray them first if they don't. And his words came true. Just a simple mind game was enough to break them all, and Kaim was devastated, and in the end he stabbed Leon, not fatally to avoid killing him though, as Kaim had enough of being a shadow. And just then both Noel and Don Tailion both arrived. The chimpanzee was happy to see his new toy, but he didn't knew he'd be hunted down now. Koga and Noel took the fight, and in just a blink of an eye Koga attacks so fast that Don Tailion can't read their mind, because Noel and Koga had trained themselves using Link to attack as soon as they think. More so, Don Tailion can't read Noel's mind because his skill as strategist outpaced his mind-reading skill. And using that, Noel had switched his high-speed thinking to high-speed parallel thoughts. So Don Tailion couldn't imagine which move Noel would make, as there are so many things Noel is thinking. So he takes off his mind-reading third eye to fight, but that is the end of this fight with Alma. But this is where our episode 9, 10, and 11 ends. Yet stay tuned to watch more of its episode on my channel, and for that subscribe the channel, and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Till then, take care.